Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Unscripted and Unchained RPG Review. I am DM Bloodworth, and as you can see by the graphics, today's video I am going to be showing off what I consider to be the crown jewels of my Robert E. Howard collection. So, as you can see in the image here, these are the 3-volume set of the Wandering Star, Conan of Cimmeria. And these were limited edition, numbered, all the 9 yards, like really good binding, and the artwork was there's color plates, there's other pieces of art in here, and again very limited in very limited in production. I believe about 1,000 copies worldwide, so that's amazing as well. But when I first saw these, this would have been probably sometime around 2015 or so, and they used to run approximately, or at that time I should say, they were running around $1,200 for the set, for $400 per book. And I mean, they were always just out of reach, and I followed it. I followed it on eBay for about a year and a half, and then sometime around 2017ish or so, I got an offer. I got an offer that came across, and it was for half off to pick up the entire set for just a little over $600, and I jumped on it. And so here I'm going to show you off the actual books that I have in my collection. Those, of course, I just pulled off the internet. So here we go. So this is volume 1, and the art in here is by Mark Schultz. And so this here book, and I'm going to be very gentle with it. Like I said, it's still a $200 book. So this was originally printed in 2002, and it was printed and bound in Wiltshire, England, and I actually got my copies from the United Kingdom. So that's how I was, I guess, able to get them. So it was long before the cost of shipping from the UK was that much, and these are limited edition. So all 3 of my books in this series are all numbered 555. And I will just try to show you some of the things. So all of the stories in here are Robert E. Howard stories of Conan of Cimmeria in their original writing from 1932 to 1933. So this is the first of the books. I will try to show you a color plate. Here we go. So here is one of the color plates there. I am being very gentle with the binding. So that's the first one here. Next up is book 2, and this is volume 2. This is just 1934, so all of Conan the Barbarian stories from 1934, and the art is by Gary Gianni. Gary Gianni. Now, I'm not going to take this one out of its package again, but I actually met Gary Gianni at Comic-Con in 2017, I believe, and had him sign some of his other works there, but it was because of this book that I actually knew his name, and so when I saw that he was going to be at that Comic-Con, I was like, awesome, let me go there. I will show you that these slip cases are almost like a cloth slipcase. That's the original cover of the first one, And I am going to slide this very, very gently back in there. Perhaps I will do that. Oh, by the way, the gold bond, on the top, the gold leaf pages and everything. I mean, just phenomenal quality of these books. And I'm not going to do it on camera because it's not cooperating as much with me. Now, this particular one has the certificate. So as you can see, 555, and this particular volume came out in 2005, so 2002, 2005, and so all of these are numbered 555. So that was the second book. Again, everything from volume 2 is from 1934. So the stories that Robert E. Howard wrote of Conan the Cimmerian in 1934. And the final, which I've never actually taken it out of its factory seal because I felt that I had enough of an idea of what they were. So this is volume 3, everything from 1935. And so here is volume 3. Everything, and the illustrations here are from Gregory Manchus. I guess that's how you pronounce his name. And I've never opened it. Have no intention of doing so. So, just to give you an idea of how valuable these books still are, and I believe they've actually picked up in value. I did a recent eBay search. A lot of times it's not a safe thing to do post buying, or post checking on sales. But what I did was I did pricing from shipping low, so price and shipping lowest. So just the dust jacket alone is $12, let's say $17, just for the dust jacket. The Robert E. Howard Conan of Cimmeria drawings and sketches by Gary Gianni, Wandering Star, $14. I actually have this because I picked up these along the way as well. I will switch back to here so you can see. So that is actually, and this is in the way, but that is actually on my board over here that you've probably seen previously right behind me. I have my logo in the way there. Let's see if we can change that. Let's do that. So now you can see it. All right, so there it is in the corner of my little display there. Eventually, I plan on switching walls, and so you'll be able to see everything a lot better. Oh, excuse me. So, going back here, you can see some of those are like $40 now. That's a little bit crazy, but still. Now we get to the first book. So the first book here is $350. Buy it now with $8.67 shipping and handling. I got mine for about $2.25. So we're doing well, or even less. So per book, doing well here. Here they're showing the box and the slip. It's not two books, but you could see $399.75. So it's pushing back to that $400 a book range that it was previously. So I still have gotten a great buy. Here's $499.75 for just the one book. So now you're pushing what I got for two. All right, and this is in mint. Mine were brand new. And still going forward, you can see the Volume 1, $499, Volume 1, $525. Now, this is ridiculous, right? So this is the, $25.99. I would actually sell mine for that if I could get it for just the one book. That's crazy. At 12,000. Sometimes they're really ridiculous. I would absolutely do, my wife would make me sell it for this amount, and I'd listen to her as well. That's just for volume 3. I don't know where they think people are going to pay these prices for it. Another one for 12,499. It's got to be the same seller. Has to be the same seller. Here 535. So you can see, I mean, these are holding up their value over time. And there was a very brief time when I guess they had dropped down a little bit, but to see them still pushing that kind of a price, I'm certainly convinced that this would be the crown jewel of any collector's collection, because just because of the prices that are being asked for them. So I hope you enjoyed these, and unfortunately, I don't want to open them up and show you more of them. I'm really trying to keep them as pristine as possible. I wrap them in plastic, and I keep them in their sleeves, and they sit on a cushioned shelf out of sunlight and all kinds of things. So I'm really, really trying to maintain them as pristine as possible. And so there you have it. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Please consider to subscribe, like the video, leave your comments if you're a collector of Robert E. Howard's books or other related materials. Would love to see what you have in your collection as well. And I will continue this series of videos showing you more and more of what I have in my Robert E. Howard collection. So you all have a great evening, and take care.